Raw cash. You keep 10%. You do not ask where the money comes from. You do not ask whose name is on the card. You drive across the city hitting machine after machine, 400 here, 600 there. The daily limits keep you moving from one bank to the next. Your hands shake the first time you punch in the code. The cash slides out anyway. You glance up at the camera and look away too fast. At the end of the day, you hand Vic an envelope. He counts it slowly under the table. He peels off your cut and slides it back to you. You walk away with $200 in your pocket. It is more cash than you have ever held at once. You buy your mother medicine and tell her you got a raise. She smiles for the first time in weeks. That smile is the most expensive thing you have ever bought. The first envelope felt like survival. The second one was a choice. You stopped noticing the difference between them. Vic starts calling you his best driver. He gives you cards faster than you can empty them. You learn which ATMs have cameras and which ones do not. You learn to wear a hat and keep your head down. You learn to never hit the same machine twice in a week. You meet other runners, and none of them last long. One gets caught, and you never hear his name again. You tell yourself you are smarter than he was. You are not smarter, just luckier. But you cannot see that yet. You tell yourself it is temporary. You tell yourself you will stop soon. You are a money mule, the bottom rung of an operation you cannot see. Other people steal the money. You just move what they steal. It is not your problem, you decide. You are good at not deciding things. The cash is warm in your pocket. You like how that feels. You hate how much you like it. You do it again tomorrow, and the day after that. You are in deeper than you know. But the money is real, and the rent is due. So you keep driving. Level 2. The caller. Vic likes you. You showed up on time, and you did not skim a dollar. That makes you rare in his world. He moves you up after a few months. Now you work in a room above a laundromat. The whole place smells like detergent and cigarettes. There are 12 other people in there wearing headsets. Each of you has a script taped to the desk. The script is about taxes. You call old people from a list someone bought online. You tell them you are calling from the government. You tell them they owe money they never knew about. You tell them officers are on the way to arrest them today. You tell them they can fix it all right now. Your voice cracks on the very first call. By the 100th call, it does not crack anymore. You learn to sound official. You learn to sound urgent. You learn to keep them talking when they start to cry. Most people hang up on you. Some people do not. One woman in Ohio stays on the phone for 40 minutes. She is 81 years old. She tells you about her late husband while you wait. She lives alone, and she believes every word you say. She drives to a store and buys gift cards. She reads you the numbers off the back, one by one. You write them down and feel something twist inside you. You push it down and keep talking. The numbers turn into cash within the hour. The room cheers when someone lands a big one. There is a whiteboard with everyone's totals written on it. Your name climbs toward the top by the second week. You learn the 4 pressure points fast. Fear, greed, loneliness, confusion. Everyone has at least one of them. Your job is to find which one and press it. You turn out to be very good at finding it. That scares you a little. The money quiets the fear most days. You hit your quota every week. Marcus learns your name. He pays you in cash on Fridays. You buy nicer clothes. You feel like somebody now. The old people are just voices. Voices are easy to forget. You forget them on purpose. Vic moves on to bigger things and a new boss takes the room. His name is Marcus and he counts every dollar twice. He rewards the closers and humiliates the ones who freeze. You make sure you are never the one who freezes. You learn to smile while you lie so it carries in your voice. You learn that a calm voice beats a loud one every time. One night a man begs you not to take his last $100. You take it anyway and you do not sleep that night. The next night you sleep fine. That is the night something in you quietly changes. You start to think you were built for this. That thought scares you more than the work ever did. Level 3. The Fisher. You have a real talent for this work. The people above Vic notice talent quickly. They pull you off the phones and put you behind a keyboard. Now you do not call people anymore. You write to them instead. You build fake emails that look exactly like real banks. You copy the logos and the fonts and the fine print. You register web addresses that are one letter off from the real ones. Most people never notice the missing letter. You learn just enough code to clone a login page. You send out 10,000 emails at a time. A small fraction of people click the link. A fraction of those type in their passwords. That fraction is enough to make everything worth it. You harvest login details by the hundreds. You sell some on hidden forums. You use some yourself. You drain accounts quietly, small amounts, spread out over days. You learn that slow theft is harder to notice than fast theft. You build a system that runs while you sleep. The emails go out at 3 in the morning on a timer. The passwords pile up in a file by the time you wake. You feel like a man who found a door nobody else can see. You start to think the rules are for people too slow to break them. That thought is the most dangerous one you will ever have. Around this time, you meet a woman named Lena. You meet her at a bar near your apartment. She is kind and sharp. She laughs at your jokes. She works as a nurse at the children's hospital. She thinks you work in digital marketing. You let her keep thinking it. You like her too much to tell her the truth. You learn to keep two lives in two separate boxes. You never let the boxes touch each other. One box has Lena in it. The other box has everyone you rob. You keep them far apart. You are always careful. Careful is how you survive. You think careful makes you good. It does not. It just makes you hard to catch. You have a phone for her and a phone for the work. You buy her flowers with money stolen from a teacher in Texas. She puts them in a vase and kisses you on the cheek. You watch her smell them, and you feel nothing wrong at all. That absence of guilt is its own kind of warning. You do not hear the warning. The money is steady now, and it is real. You rent a nicer apartment with actual furniture. You buy a used car that runs well. Lena moves in with you that winter. You cook her dinner. You feel almost normal. You tell yourself you have it all under control. You are 22, and you believe that completely. You do not yet understand how these things grow. Level 4. The crew lead. 3 years pass, and you climb without ever planning to. You run your own small crew now. 6 people answer to you directly. 2 callers, 2 fishers, 2 mules, like you used to be. You report to a man named Dimitri. Dimitri reports to people you will never meet. You do not see Vic anymore. You heard he got arrested at a gas station. You did not ask any questions about it. In this world, questions are a kind of weakness. You train your own people now. You teach the new mules to vary their routes and their hours. You teach the callers the 4 pressure points. You learned those points yourself above the laundromat. You teach the fishers to scrub their fake sites after each run. You manage the money. You manage the risk. You learn that managing people is harder than running any scam. They get greedy when the cash is good. They get sloppy when they start to feel safe. They get scared when a coworker suddenly disappears. One mule skims a few hundred from an envelope. You have to handle it in front of the others. You do not hurt him. You just cut him loose and make sure everyone sees it. Fear keeps a crew honest better than loyalty ever could. You hate that you know that now. You can read a person in about 10 seconds. You can tell who will fold and who will run to the police. You keep the loyal ones close and the rest at arm's length. You start skimming a little off the top for yourself. Everyone above you does it, so you call it fair. You open a second account that Lena does not know about. You tell yourself it is a cushion for the family. It is really a cushion for the day the police come. You think about that day more than you admit. You picture handcuffs sometimes. You picture Mia visiting you. You shake the picture off. You work harder instead. Work is how you forget. The crew always needs you. The money always needs moving. You never run out of reasons to continue. Lena is pregnant that spring. You marry her at the courthouse on a Tuesday. You wear a real suit. You smile in the photos. She still thinks you do marketing.